You like it?
These are the fireside chats. What are the fireside chats? Was that like a...
That was Reagan.
That was a Reagan thing? Were they good or bad? Roosevelt was kind of a cool dude though, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I went for a swim this morning. You gotta avoid people with snorkels. Yeah, cannonballs and stuff before 7 a.m. Just out there hanging out. Just cannonballing in the early morning, but Barton Springs is a party. Griffin's over there, you fiddling. Does that mean we're rolling? All right, here we go. The Intimate Fireside Chat Design Deep Dive, brought to you by Atreyu Running Company. Week 1, we talked about the TPU, eTPU Sockliner. Beautiful material, nice and consistent throughout the ride, bouncing the step, highly resilient, highly durable, highly awesome. Contributes to a great transition from toe off or heel to toe if you're going that route, or midfoot. It's just a nice little consistent 5mm footbed. Week 2, we talked about the breathability enhancements of the tongue by means of perforations throughout the entire tongue, and to provide great airflow and breathability to the upper of the shoe. And we've arrived at the final week of our Design Deep Dive Fireside Chat intimate talks about the V2 base model. This week we're going to talk about the Supercritical EVA midsole. So what is supercritical EVA? Well, in this case, it's we're using CO2 for the supercritical fluid in the premix. And what it does is transforms regular EVA into what some folks like to refer to as a superfoam. But what that really means is that it's got a higher resiliency, basically think of bounce or rebound. And it's a little bit lighter than standard EVA, which is really nice for promoting a good high cadence, for a nice transition, whether it be midfoot, forefoot, or even from heel to toe. We found it to be just an all-around better transition on the midsole. Now midsoles are tuned to what's called a durometer, and this particular midsole, if you're curious, is tuned to about 52C. And we did that because the insole is light, airy, bouncy, and as it snugs into this pocket of the midsole, it's got about a 5mm lip in which that insole kind of slides in there. We found that the cocktail of that particular durometer with the insole was a great way to enhance the original base model. And that's what this was really all about. How do you take the base model and not make it totally different, but enhance it in the areas that different runners of different speeds, different stride patterns, how could everybody really benefit from the enhancement? We found this to be a really nice way to do it. We love the foam. It's the same foam used in the Artist. Now this being the 2.0, where could we even go after this? Well, there's plenty of directions where we could go. We could, might even look into, based on consumer feedback of the V2, we could do a look at how to even take that durometer down. If we wanted to, we could tweak it up. So this is all just, we found that through the testing and the prototyping process that this was kind of the sweet spot for most of the runners that we wanted. Now a lot of folks like something really soft, but then it wasn't as stable. We found this to be both stable, soft, cushion, and just provide a great running experience. Hope that translates into your experience with the V2. That kind of does it with these deep dives. Again, the whole theme of this was small enhancements, not reinventing the wheel of a product that most people just generally loved when they put it on their feet. So how could we enhance that and move forward incrementally? And hope you've enjoyed these talks. I hope you've learned a little bit. I know I've personally learned a lot through this design evolution and becoming the designer that I want to be in footwear to enhance the products over time. We're using a lot of what we learned in this particular V2 project to enhance the race shoe over time as well. So we'll provide as the evolution of the brand comes about, we have a lot of great stuff this year. Like, how do we even retune the artist to be more resilient in the right spots? Like, difference, how are we going to enhance the upper on the V2.1 or 2.2? So you can look forward to all that. Of course, we're always going to take feedback. We're always going to listen to it. And but to wrap it all up in a bow, supercritical EVA by means of CO2, beautiful, lightweight, bouncy, durable. We found this midsole to be a little bit durable than the old traditional EVA. Couple instances where people said counter to that, but I'd say 9 out of 10 folks found it to be more durable, and so did I personally. And then perforations on the tongue, enhanced Sockliner, overlays. This one doesn't really deserve its own deep dive because we basically connected this like tongue overlay, this tongue cap, into the lateral and medial welds on the TPU to kind of get that lockdown feel. Extended it into this counter area for to provide stability and more structure, able to torque down the laces tight on the foot, and hopefully combating some of that abrasion layer that some folks experience right here on that lateral part of the forefoot. So we're looking into it, guys. We're hoping you're enjoying the process, hope you're enjoying the products and what we're putting into this. We're having a great time doing it. And that's it for this week. Next on tap, the shoes are literally outside the port waiting to get in. The ports are super clogged right now due to kind of what's very of the times these days, which is due to COVID and everything like that. We're experiencing some delays in the port, but we're actually very optimistic that September is when we're going to put these things out into the mail and for purchase and everything like that. So wanted to do a quick update on that. I'm kind of going off the cuff on this one, but what we're told is that they'll arrive to the port hopefully within this week. So we got to process them, put them into back stock, do some quality assurance on them, make sure that they're all good to go, and then we'll keep you posted in that journey as well. And anything else I can think of, Joey, for this week? Griffin? Okay.